All right, apologies for that. I think I lost the internet out here, so I had to switch over to my data, but I think we're backing up now. A little bit of an eventful inning there as we lost the stream, but Newmarket was able to push 2 runs across in the home half of the 6th. So the score now after 6 complete innings of play is the Windsor Stars 7 and the Newmarket Hawks 2. So we head off to the top of the 7th now. We'll have a peek at games that are still happening as well. We'll get updates on those. At the stadium in Windsor, the Etobicoke Rangers have reclaimed the lead in that game as they play in the top of the 6th right now. It is 7-6 for them over the Sarnia Brigade. In the other game happening at Soulier Diamond, they are into the top of the 7th inning now. So last chances here for the Ilderton Riverhawks as they trail the Waterloo Tigers by a score of 4-0 in that game. And the last update we had from Woodsley between Tecumseh and the Ajax Spartans, it was the same score, 7-4, and they were playing in the top of the 6th inning. So we're into the top of the 7th here in this one. The score is 7-2 for the Windsor Stars. As that first pitch from Bryn Bymuller is fouled back and out of play. Again, apologies for losing the stream there. I'm not sure what happened, but it just stopped up on me, and I don't know what to tell you. Technology. So we'll stick around here for the last inning of this one. Bymuller delivers that pitch as Hudbagner delivers a single up the middle. So the leadoff man aboard here for the Stars. That's going to bring up the, looks like a pinch hitter here.
Batting for Ray, number 4, Josh Hudbagner.
So pinch hitter here for the Stars. It's going to be Josh Hudbagner taking some swings for Carter Ray at DH. Mitch Hudbagner, the runner at first. First pitch from Bymuller. Attempted bunt there from Josh Hudbagner, but he fouls that one off the plate. So no balls and 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch from Bymuller. Another fastball. That one fouled off the pole of the netting. Stays in play for strike 2. So I am just seeing coming up in our chat here right now as we have a little bit of a break. It is a final score from Woodsley Park. The Ajax Spartans defeat the Tecumseh Thunder 7-5. So Tecumseh has been eliminated from this year's tournament, and the Ajax Spartans march on to Sunday morning as Hudbagner tips that one into Connor Patterson's glove.
First baseman number 14.
And he is down on strikes for the first out.
Robinson.
So Colin Robinson now at the dish. First pitch. Fastball that just misses up for a ball. That pitch in there for strike 1. So count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. So big news for sure out of Woodsley as the defending Canadian bronze medalists have been eliminated from this year's tournament. That ball hit on the ground to third. Giancos makes his way back. That's going to tip off his glove though. Hudbagner going to make his way to third. He'll be in there safely. So we have runners at the corners now for the Stars with one out. I would assume that that's going to get scored in error.
Shortstop number 17, Josh Anderson.
So I haven't seen the official score go up, but I'm going to assume taking a few steps back on that one, he should have at least gotten a glove on the ball there. So I'm going to say probably an error on that play. So runners at the corners here. First pitch to Josh Anderson. He takes another pitch for a ball. So 2 balls, no strikes here with, like I said, runners on the corners for the Stars. Pitch Hudvagner, the runner at third. As that ball drilled to center field, Darcy Moore going to camp under it and make the catch. Mitch Hudvagner going to tag and score from third. A little bit of insurance there for the Stars as they now lead this game 8-2 on the sac fly.
Left fielder number 11, Stephen Adam.
Second RBI of the night for So 2 outs now as Stephen Adams steps in. He takes a big swing there for strike 1. Again, we talk about getting, in these types of tournaments, getting runs in when you need to get them in. The Stars tonight have scored 5 of their 8 runs on sac flies, which is big. You get runners into scoring position and you need to be able to get those runners in, and that right now is the difference in the game, is that pitch taken up for a ball. So 2 balls and 1 strike to count now on Stephen Adam. So again, at the completion of this one, we will check on the other 2 games that are still going. Make sure we get you final scores before we log off, as Mueller finds the outside corner with that fastball for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count now. Good pitch there from Mueller as he gets Adam down on strikes. That's all for the Stars here in the top half of the 7th inning.
For Windsor in the top of the 7th, 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left.
Sierra, I'm going to get to that in 2 seconds. Just give me a second here. Top of the 7th inning for the Windsor Stars. They score 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 Newmarket error, and the Stars leave a pair of runners on base. The score after 6.5 innings of play, it is the Windsor Stars 8 and the Newmarket Hawks 2. We're going to go update the other 2 games that are going on right now while we have a quick break. Bottom of the 6th inning now over at the stadium between the Etobicoke Rangers and Sarnia Brigade. Score remains the same, 7-6 for Etobicoke. But right now the Brigade have something brewing as they have 2 batters on base with nobody out. And they've just completed a double steal, so now they have runners at second and third with nobody out. So a little bit of an inning brewing there for the Brigade. Over at the Soulier Diamond, it is a final score now as the Waterloo Tigers advance to Sunday morning in their first men's AAA national qualifying tournament. They defeat the Ilderton River Hawks by a score of 4-1. So big win there for the young Waterloo team as they advance into Sunday morning. So
Now
congrats
pitching
to
for the
them.
Windsor Stars, number 37.
And then our other game that is a completed game now. It is a final score from Woodsley Park as the Ajax Spartans defeat the Tecumseh Thunder by a score of 7-4.
The catcher.
So Connor Patterson is the first out here in the 7th inning as we work our way through all of our updates and stuff here. So back to the top of the order now as Bryn Sanford going to step in. He takes ball 1 from New Windsor pitcher Mark Rajskol. So 2-0 the count here now on Bryn Sanford. Again, 2 of our games at the 8 o'clock time slot are final scores. We'll get to those here in a minute at the end of this half inning. 1 game still going at the stadium, so we'll stick around with you until we get a final score for that one following the completion of this game as that fastball finds the inside corner for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on Bryn Sanford. Good hack there from Sanford as he fouls that one back into the netting for strike 2. Second baseman Troy McLaughlin due up next this inning. Curveball swung on and missed. So Sanford down on strikes for the second out of the inning.
15, Troy McLaughlin.
So the Hawks down to their last out here in this one. Second baseman Troy McLaughlin going to step up to the plate. First pitch to McLaughlin from Rajskol is a called strike. The count now 0-1. Another curveball. That one drops in for strike 2. Count now 0-2. Here's the next pitch. Another curveball that skips back into the netting. The count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Hawks down to their final strike here in this one. Here's the pitch. Curveball. That one misses up. So 2-2 the count here on Troy McLaughlin as Ethan Murdy waits on deck if he gets an opportunity. Another curveball. That one on the outside corner. That is a called strike 3. And that is the ball game here from Lacasse Park. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base for the Hawks in the 7th. The final score here from Burt Lacasse Park.
On the 7th, no runs on no hits.
It is the Windsor Stars 8 and the Newmarket Hawks 2. Winning pitcher in this game is Noah Richardson. The losing pitcher for the Newmarket Hawks is Lucas Earl. Another good day of baseball completed here in the Windsor area at the 2025 Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifying Tournament. We're going to stay on the air with you for a little bit here, as we still have the game at the stadium that needs to be completed. We do have two other final scores from this time slot right now. We do know that the Ajax Spartans defeated the Tecumseh Thunder by a score of 7-4 out in Woodsley. So Ajax advances to Sunday morning, and the Thunder have been eliminated. The other game that we know is a final score, the Waterloo Tigers, as the Stars getting a big round of applause from their fans that have made the way out here. The Waterloo Tigers have defeated the Ilderton Riverhawks by a score of 4-1 in that game. So Waterloo advances to Sunday morning, and unfortunately, the Riverhawks tournament is all done for this year. So the only game we have left to watch for the evening is the game at the big stadium between the Etobicoke Rangers and the Sarnia Brigade. The last we mentioned, they had second and third with nobody out, and the Brigade have certainly started to pour it on here, as they've scored 3 runs now in the bottom of the 6th. They currently lead this game by a score of 9-7 right now. There is only 1 out. So we'll stick around with you for a little bit here until the completion of this one, and get you get you a final score with this. Sorry, it is in the bottom of the 6th inning right now with this one. So we'll follow along on Game Changer here with you and give you updates. Wade Babula is the batter right now in this one as we're going along. So we'll follow along and hang out here, because why not? We might as well hang out in the mosquitoes for another 10 minutes while we wait for the end of this one. Again, the 2 final scores that we have received from the 8 o'clock time slot. It was the Ajax Spartans defeating the Tecumseh Thunder by a score of 7-4. So they advanced to Sunday. And the Waterloo Tigers have defeated the Ilderton Riverhawks by a score of 4-1. They also advance into Sunday morning. So we'll update all these scores on the website. I'm not going to be lie to you. I'm probably going to do it back at the hotel so I don't get eaten alive by mosquitoes here. But right now in the bottom of the 6th at Cullen, Sarnia has put up 3 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. They're still hitting. So they lead that game 9-7 right now. So we'll stick around with you here for 5 or 10 minutes and see if we can get to the end of this one. Keep everyone updated, and then we'll update everything on the website when we get back. So we'll take a small break. I am going to stay on the air. I will pop back on here in a second with updates when I have them. But for now, 9-7 for Sarnia as they play in the bottom of the 6th. Final score here from Bert Lacasse Park this evening. The Windsor Stars victorious over the Newmarket Hawks by a score of 8-2. We'll take a small break. We'll be right back here in a few minutes. So we're into the top of the 7th now with the Etobicoke Rangers coming to bat. So Sarnia leading this game right now by a score of 9-7. So again, we're going to stick around with you this half inning. I'll keep giving you updates as we go here. The other two games are final scores, as we mentioned before. If you're just kind of coming onto the stream now, the Ajax Spartans defeat the Tecumseh Thunder 7-4 out in Woodsley. So Ajax advances to Sunday. The Tecumseh Thunder have been eliminated. The other game over at Soulier Park, or Soulier Field, it is the Waterloo Tigers that defeated the Ilderton Riverhawks there by a score of 4-1. So Waterloo advances into Sunday morning, and the Ilderton Riverhawks are done. Our game that we had here, the final score in that one was 8-2 for the Windsor Stars. So looking at the bracket right now, the Windsor Stars are going to get the bye through the next round. And obviously the Newmarket Hawks have been eliminated from contention this year. So I'll keep an eye on Game Changer here. We'll stay on for a few more minutes while I get eaten alive by the mosquitoes. And we'll get you to the end of this one. And then tonight when I get back to the hotel, I'm going to update all the scores on the computer. We'll get our daily recap put out like we had yesterday and all that stuff. So stay tuned for all that. So we'll take a small pause. We're going to stay online here. And we'll get you guys, folks that are following here, through the end of this one. So, bit of an update here from the game at the stadium. The Etobicoke Rangers have rallied to score a pair of runs here, so that game is now tied at nine apiece. There's 2 outs as we play here in the top of the 7th. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone on base here. I don't believe there is. Oh, the bases are loaded. I take that back with 2 outs. And Alex Thrower at the plate. So it looks like Thrower may have gotten out.
The thrower got out. I don't have the.
Anyway, so it looks like Alex Thrower got out. So it does look like we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning right now in this one. So again, we'll stick around with you here. It does, yeah. So we're into the bottom of the 7th now. Brennan Healy coming up. So we'll keep an eye on this one and see what happens. So again, 9-9 heading to the bottom of the 7th inning at the stadium right now. Brennan Healy due up to hit first for their brigade. So again, we'll keep an eye on this one. We'll keep refreshing Game Changer and keep giving updates here. So the Brigade are up to bat here now in the bottom of the 7th. Looks like they had a leadoff single from Brennan Healy. After that, Logan Buntrock flies out to the catcher. So the runner remains at first. So there's one out now and a runner on first for the Brigade. Again, we'll keep refreshing. We'll keep updating here as we go. And then we'll keep posting updates here. And if they do happen to go to extra innings, I will tell you that I'm probably going to unplug and go home. I'll post an update on our Twitter feed of what happens with this game. And then I'm going to update the other scores on the website as well. But we really do appreciate everyone sticking around that is sticking around on the feed, in the hopes that you are, if there are people from Sarnia that are following this game. So we'll stick around for at least this half inning, and we'll see where we go from there. Jansen, they're in the bottom of the 7th inning now with the one out and the runner on first. So I'm going to stick around. If they do go to extra innings, unfortunately, like I said, there's a lot of bugs out here. I'm probably going to head back to my place for the night and then update from there. All right, so they're going to extra innings in the top of the 8th. So the park crew is almost done here doing the field. So I'm going to pack up, head back to my place. I will shoot out a text, and obviously the website is going to be updated with the score. The deal for tomorrow is this. Right now at 10 a.m., there are 7 teams that are remaining. The Windsor Stars have earned the bye through that round. Based on the fact that the bye was to go to the winner of Game 24 or Game 25. because the Waterloo Tigers won game 24, they already had a bye earlier in the tournament, so they are not eligible for a bye. So the Windsor Stars received that bye. The 10 a.m. game here at Lacasse Park is going to feature the Waterloo Tigers taking on the Thornhill Reds. The 10 o'clock game at Soulier Field is going to feature the Ajax Spartans against the loser of the game that is going on right now. And then the game at Cullen at 10 a.m. is going to feature the Leaside Leafs, who will be playing against the winner of the game that is currently happening right now. So everything is contingent on this game that is happening right now. They are tied 9-9 in the top of the 8th inning. I am not going to go back to the park. I have had a couple of people ask me. I've had a very long day. I will go back and continue to follow on Game Changer. Once we do get a final score, I will post that final score on the website with the other scores from today. Get everything set up for tomorrow. More than likely at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, I am very much thinking about coming out here for the game at 10 o'clock so that I can plug in and be able to charge everything up and be able to have enough power for the field over at Cullen for the 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock games that are going to be happening there. So right now it looks like we are going to be carrying the Waterloo Thornhill game in the morning, 2 o'clock game, 6 o'clock game. Those matchups are going to be determined, but we will either be at Soulier or Cullen for those games. I think that's it for everything tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for your patience. We really do appreciate you hanging out in the stream tonight. We will be back tomorrow with 3 games that are going to be happening. So there'll be lots of action as we whittle down our way to our 2 teams from Ontario. They're going to be representing the men's AAA level at the National Championships, which will be taking place in Regina, Saskatchewan, August 21st to the 24th. Thank you, everyone, for joining in today. Really appreciate all of you. Have a great evening, and we'll chat with everyone tomorrow. Take care.